Hi, this is a tutorial for adding images and fixing the author field in our new catalog system, LibraryThing, new as of 2024. And the front end of LibraryThing for the McKiernan Library currently looks like this, and I'm sure it'll change over time, but one of the features will remain this scrolling line of book covers, which are currently not book covers. They're just these generic brown boxes and then the gray boxes with book titles. We want to slowly fix that over time. It'll take a bit of work, but LibraryThing has a few tools to make it not too painful to add book covers to our collection. I will send you an email, and the email will remind you that the LibraryThing login for McKiernan Library is McKiernan-Library, and then it will give you the current password, which I'm sure will change over time. You might be able to remember the username, but the password you'll definitely want to copy. It's great to use shortcut keys when you get into doing this catalog work. I use Control-C on my PC. I think you can use Command-C on a Mac to copy that password, and then go to LibraryThing.com. You can type in or copy and paste McKiernan-Library, our username, and then the password, and then you should be in the back end of LibraryThing. It might do this funny thing where it says, to prove you're a human, select the cookbooks. Fun added step. There we go. I think I got them. Okay, now you're in LibraryThing, and you can go to Your Books, and then you'll see all the books that we currently have uploaded. I think they show 20 per page, and right now there's 247 pages for a grand total of close to 5,000. That's probably going to go up, or that will go up over time. These ones on the first page all have images already, so we're going to jump into the middle. But first, we're going to order them all by call number. So you go over to where it says call number, click that once, and you'll see Z is at the beginning, so they're backwards, and click it again, and now A is at the beginning again. That puts them in sort of the same order they're in on the shelf, but not totally. We have that Irish language section currently that's separate from the rest. We also have the oversized books are across the hall, so don't forget that. Some of the children's books are out in the hallway as well. And then we have the problem that Library of Congress doesn't really alphabetize easily. So if you look here, AM 101, AM 101 is before AM 42. On the shelf, it's the other way around. 42 is before 101. So it's close. It's helpful to do that ordering process, but it's not exactly what they are on the shelves. Okay, so go to Show All in the upper right-hand corner if you want to kind of throw yourself into the middle of the collection. I'm going to jump to page 88 here, somewhere in the middle. Here on page 88, there are a few books that have had images added, and then a lot of books that are just these plain brown covers. So what you do is you go to a book title. I'm going to go to Singing My Hymn Song by Malachi McCourt. Click on that title, and now you might be lucky and you might see over here popular covers on the right. That's great, especially if one of them is actually the cover that our book has. You do kind of want to look on the wall, look on the shelf, and look at the book and make sure it actually is the right one. Now, where would you find that book on the shelf? It's not showing the call number right here. You could have written it down when you're on the previous page, or if you go in here and you want to look up the book's call number, you actually have to go to Edit Your Book, scroll down, and down here in Other Call Number. That's where our call numbers show up, just by the way that we ended up uploading them. So F128.9.I6 M38 2000. If you went to the shelf, you'd be able to find the book using that number. And then you can go here, you could see all 14 covers. These are covers that other users of LibraryThing have uploaded. So if you can find one that matches our book, you can use it. Our book is a hardcover version, and it has this cover here, which is different than the paperback that's, you can tell is here. It's different because the paperback has that little bit of extra writing on it actually. But this is the hardcover. I'm going to go choose this cover, use this cover, yes, and then just like that, that cover is now associated with the record, which is fantastic. And you're done, really. You just back out of the record now. It might take a few clicks, and you'll see that the cover picture disappeared there. That's because we're backing up through the stage before we had the cover added. Now we're back into page 88, and the cover's not there. If you want that cover to show up, you just go to next page, and then previous page. Now we're on page 88 again, but it's refreshed, and Singing My Hymn Song now has a cover added. I'm going to go to the next one now, the New York Irish. Now here, when I clicked on that, no popular covers showed up. So that means nobody that's using LibraryThing has this book and has added an image. So what we need to do then is we can go to change cover. We're still going to try to do it. And it has a couple options here. One of them is to grab one from the web. So we're going to open another tab. If you go up in your browser where that plus sign is, open another tab. And actually we can go back here. What I often do is I just highlight this entire thing, the title and the authors, and Control C or Command C on a Mac, and just paste that whole thing in here into the search box. And at least the way my browser's set up, that's a Google search, and you can limit it to images. And then you look and you hope you see our book cover. And I do. In fact, this is a good image here, or even this one. Pick an image, it'll appear on the right, and all you have to do then is go over to that image. You don't have to click through to the web page or anything. You can just on a PC right click, or on a Mac control click that image and find where it says copy image address. Select that. Now go back to the tab in LibraryThing, and we're going to paste that image address into this box. You can highlight the HTTP little thing, and then on my PC I Control V. Sorry, let me try that again. Copy image address. Control V. There we go. And then just click grab, and it will find that image from that URL and put it into the record. It's fantastic. So really we're done there, except for there's one other task, and that's this author thing. We uploaded all 5,000 of our records in one big upload, and it was impossible to put in separate authors in a clean way. So we have multiple authors here along with the information that they're both editors. We can clean that up by going to Edit Your Book and go into that author field. I'm going to Control X or Command X on a Mac, cut out that stuff so it's just the name, Timothy J. Meagher, and I'm going to designate that he's an editor there. And then I'm going to take that other author name, it's actually an editor as well, put it down here in Other Authors. And it's got some junk with it, so I'm just going to delete that. But he's an editor, that's what the ED means. So I can go over to the role and change it to, and write editor there. Now it says last first. We don't need to do that. You can just leave it. I'd rather we just leave it first name, middle initial if there is one, last name. And then this thing over here on the right is not critical that you change that to editor, but it's nice. If there was another author, you could click this where it says add another author and add that additional author. Then you click save at the top of the record. Now we're really set. And the great thing about this now is the author names are separate and they're clickable within the system. So I know we have another book about the history of the Irish in New York written by this Timothy J. Meagher. And when you're in the system as a user, you'll be able to just click that and you'll see both books written by him, or any books that he's written. So again, back up out of the record, and it takes a lot of clicks sometimes. You'll get back out here to page 88, and New York Irish doesn't have an image, but again, if I go next page, previous page, it refreshes, and there it is. There's the image. So we've added 2 images, and you know, you could keep plugging away with that. It's going to take a bit of doing, but I think it'll be really cool when we get a lot of images added within the collection. There'll be nice options for kind of displaying what we have electronically and helping people find what they're looking for. So thanks for helping out at the McKiernan Library.